Hey guys, Demon here, and today I'm doing a review on a series, a Netflix series. I don't think it's a Netflix original, but it's If I Never Met You. So it's a 2000 series, 2018 series from Netflix I just watched recently, and I wanted to make a review on it because it's a tragedy, and it's also about dimensional travel. It's kind of like about time travel too, but it's not actually time travel. It's just traveling to dimensions that are slower than ours or faster than ours. I don't really get it. I don't really understand it, but it's not time travel. It's like dimensional travel, but some of those dimensions are in the past and future. It's weird. It's weird. But anyways, this whole series is all about these characters that are not here. It's all about these characters. This is the main character. His wife and daughter get killed in a car. No, his wife and family, I should say. Wife, daughter, and son. All get killed in a car crash, and he goes kind of nuts and wants to kill himself, which is obviously understandable. If your whole family dies, you probably want to kill yourself. I mean, I'd probably want to kill myself if my whole family just died out of nowhere. So it's understandable. So basically, he goes crazy. He tries to kill himself. An old lady saves him, and then he goes on this adventure going through dimensions and just causing tragedy and disorder through all these dimensions. And it's just crazy the way he does it. It's just crazy, okay? Okay, so let's talk about characters and plots and stuff like that. First, let's talk about the story. As I already said, I explained the story. He goes through dimensions and stuff like that. So the story, the plot, it was okay. It was pretty good. It was an interesting take on something. But you could totally tell it was going to happen. You could tell what the old lady was and everything. I mean, if you can't, I guess you can. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but you could tell what she was. Maybe not at first, but by the end, you could totally tell what she was. After a few episodes, so you could tell what she was or who she was, I should say. But you could tell what that was, and the only thing I couldn't tell was what was going to happen at the end. I thought he might get his happy life, but he didn't. It was just kind of left on this monotone note. It was just kind of interesting. So you could totally tell the plot line, to be honest, and it was kind of meh. It's kind of just like a meh plot line. But that's where the characters come in, and so it's basically like a tragedy. Guy loses his family, he goes to try to find another one in different dimensions, and he keeps on making everything screwed up in the different dimensions. So he gets sad about it, and he kind of moves on. With his life, he kind of moves on, or he doesn't move on. He's stuck with this feeling and such, and stuff like that. It's interesting. So the main character. Let's talk about the main character. He's kind of an asshole, but he's a good guy at heart, I guess. And he basically goes around to different dimensions trying to find a way to get his family back, I guess. Although he ruins every dimension and he never really gives a shit about it, so I guess he's not really the best guy. Because he ruins several dimensions and just doesn't give a shit about it. Because he's kind of an asshole. And he's a little bit too touchy-feely, but everybody in this movie is a little bit too touchy-feely, to be honest. I guess it's because I think it's Italian or something like that. Right? But everybody in this movie is a little bit too touchy-feely, in my personal opinion. And not to their own family members, but he's rubbing people's faces and stuff, and the other characters are doing that too, and it's just weird. I don't know. I just don't like being touched, and I don't like being touched. I mean, if this guy came up to me and started to rub my face, I'd be like, Don't touch me. What are you doing? It's just kind of weird, but he's okay. He's okay. It was interesting. Uh, but he was an okay character. He was an okay main lead. He showed his emotions pretty good actually, so that was pretty interesting. He was a pretty good actor. The old lady, she was okay as well. Not as good, I would say, but pretty good. And the other people are just kind of side characters, and they were all pretty good too. There's one point. I don't want to spoil it, so I can't say that. But there's one point that kind of grossed me out because the father falls in love with the old lady, and then you realize later it's just like gross. If you watch it all, you'll be like, gross. He fell in love with that old lady, and that's gross. Because he felt like sexually in love with her, so you'll realize that's gross. That's gross. What else to talk about? The plot line is pretty standard, but with an interesting twist on it. The characters, pretty good, I'd say the least. Let's talk about what I didn't like about it. Again, the number one thing I didn't like about it was all the touchy-feeliness. Like, everybody just touching each other and poking each other. It's just weird. Like, I don't know. I did not want people, like, touching my face, rubbing their fingers on my face. It was just kind of weird and gross. The dub, I think it's dubbed, actually, to be honest. I think it's dubbed because I'm pretty sure it's Italian, as I already said. Or something like that. So I'm pretty sure it's dubbed. And the dub's kind of bad, to be honest. You can tell that that's not their voice, is what I'm trying to say. It's just like, you can tell that that's not what they sound like. It's weird. It's like a weird thing that is rarely done right when you dub like a voice over other people's voices, like over other people's mouths, I guess. It's a weird thing, and you're just like, that doesn't sound right. That doesn't look right at all. You know, it's just like this weird feeling I got. But yeah. So I dislike those two things a lot. I dislike this one thing they kept on doing. Like, they would show the past, and then they would show a different reality past, but it's basically the same past except for a few changes. And that was kind of stupid. It was just kind of like, look at this past, even though, no matter how boring it was, they're like, look at this past, isn't this cool? Then all of a sudden, like, oh, but this slight part changed because it's a fork in the road. And it's just like, seriously? Why do I have to watch that twice? It was really stupid. It's just like, just show me once and then show like the two different endings. I don't need to watch the exact same thing twice and then see the different ending. Both like, I don't need to watch the exact same thing twice. Seeing one ending one time and then seeing the other ending other time. Just show me the ending at the one time. You know, just do it once and then show me the ending. But it had a lot of backtracking. It was like really stupid. That was a part that I really hated. Like probably the worst actually. Even worse than the face touching. But I freaking hated that part, dude. It was so stupid. It was just like, oh, let's do this and just, you know, be weirdos. Other than that, pretty good show, I would say. I would recommend watching this. If I were to rate this a 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, 5 being average, I'm going to put this 7. I'm going to give this a 7. Interesting enough to give a watch. Every episode's like an hour, I think, almost an hour, like 50 minutes or so. So almost an hour. But yeah, it's a pretty good show. Excuse me. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, link down below to my Twitter. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that bell because you love my content. As always, friends, stay sane. Peace. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that video because I know I did. But anyways, I hope you liked it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit that bell for notifications, and that's pretty much it. do it because she wants you to, and I do too. So subscribe, watch the videos, hit one of these things on the screen right now. Okay, bye-bye, peace.